the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Shot up in transition. No, Bowens follows through and jams it down with two hands.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Feeds Bush at the right point. Around a Dyer left wing. Dyer wants another three. Splash! Rin es in fuego!
Now, here's the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Greetings, salutations, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to historic Frosty Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman is set to square off with Johnson University for the first time in school history. The Eagles, winners of 4 consecutive and looking to match their best start in 3 years. So Carson-Newman trying to win a 5th straight game against Johnson, a team that's in its 2nd year as a member of the NAIA. Johnson, the Royals, previously members of the NCCAA and still members of that organizational body, but they've moved up to the NAIA and play in the Appalachian Athletic Conference with the likes of Milligan, Tennessee Wesleyan, Bryan, that group of East Tennessee colleges and universities. So Carson-Newman, a familiar but an unfamiliar foe just outside of Knoxville. Johnson has had its struggles at 0-8, and they have been decimated by the flu. All 5 starters are out today, so this will be interesting how Brandon Perry's group copes with that reality today against Carson-Newman. We check in with Chuck Benson. His pregame comments come your way after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
An interview with head coach Chuck Benson heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Time to check in with the Eagles head coach. Here's Chuck Benson alongside the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
Back on the Eagles Sports Network as Carson-Newman plays the middle game in a 3-game homestand against a brand new opponent in the Johnson University Royals. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, a fresh face on the schedule tonight in Johnson. A second-year NAIA program from just down the road. Outside of Knoxville and Straw Plains. What sticks out to you about a Royals club that is trying to find its footing at a new level after playing for years in the NCCAA?
Well, obviously that's a jump, and we're happy that happy for them. But they've entered a really tough NAIA league here in this East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, Southeast Kentucky area. So we wish them the best, but we look at them as the next opponent on the list, and we know that our main focus is what we're trying to become and who we're trying to become at this point. And so we don't have the history or the previous experiences with them, but we've been able to do some scouting, some research, and we've given our guys a plan, and now it's just really about focusing on our standards of performance, and we've challenged our guys to very much, even though we don't really know this opponent at all. We've challenged them to come out and make this about us again.
The guy that jumps off the page is Nick Clifton. 4 double-doubles out of 8 games this a monster 34-point effort in a loss. What makes him a heady player?
Well, he's got the right look. He's long, he's athletic, he's very competitive. He's on the court a lot, which helps, and he knows that he's got to carry a large load for the team. So he's very motivated, but we know what he's going to do and what he has done, and we've got to take necessary steps to try to counter that and to limit his impact in the areas where he has been so effective so far this season.
You look at your own team, exceptional balance so far this season. To a degree, probably that's borne out by the results. You've been able to play the bench multiple lengthy minute games, and guys who are starters like Monty Joe Hall or Bryant Thomas are out there for just 18 minutes. How nice is it to be able to showcase the talent of everybody here through the early portion of this season?
Well, I mean, if you're a college athlete, you're in that top 1, 2, 3% of athletes in your chosen sport coming out of high school or coming out of your junior college or whatnot. So we've got a bunch of those 1% guys on our team, and that means that they're all capable but there's only 200 available minutes on any given night, and so when you've got 16 guys, 200 available minutes, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out it just not everybody's going to get to play. So we've created a very competitive environment, and the guys have earned what they've gotten. But it's always nice when we have an opportunity to spread the minutes around and to make sure that everybody gets a chance. But, Kev, just to be really clear, these guys have earned the right. I mean, we're not giving anything. They've proven that they can be relied upon to go in and perform at a certain level. And our guys understand what our standards of performance are, what that means, what we expect to see. And I'm glad that we've had that chance. But there's no guarantee it'll ever happen again. So we have to do enough in the games that allows that to happen.
Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. You've had rim protection and shot blocking over the last, since Bryant Thomas has been with the program. You lost one of the all-time greats in steals last year in Trip Davis, and yet here you are, back-to-back double-digit steal nights. Are you surprised that element of the game has maintained true without Tripp on the floor?
I've been surprised because, Tripp was so you sort of went into the games expecting that was going to happen. And we didn't have that sort of proven individual or proven group of players that we had the same confidence, trust in them to do what Tripp did. But we've really emphasized our defensive hand game. We've emphasized to our players to use their length and to sort of craft a new defensive skill, if you will, in these early games. So that by the time we get into January, February, we've sort of honed that new skill. So we're encouraging it, we're suggesting it, and our guys are following through. And thankfully, it has paid off up to this point.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck tonight against the Royals.
Thanks, Kevin.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Starting lineups, keys to the game. That hits the air when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Decades ago, your local electric co-op was formed to make sure everyone who needed electricity had it. And as time went on, as our communities continued to grow, so did the need for electricity. And time again, we've made certain that need has been met. Today, we're still doing everything in our power to keep affordable, reliable electricity flowing. It was our purpose then, it's our purpose now, and that'll never change.
AEC, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Don't go anywhere. Tip-off is next.
Trip Davis, marvelous, with the hands on one end and the guile to finish on the other.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network. Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
This
Fires the three, and
is Carson-Newman men's basketball on the Eagle Sports Network.
buzzer and ball game. Carson-Newman reigns over the Royals. The Eagles take home the 2021 Pilot Flying J South Atlantic Conference Men's Basketball Championship.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Tri-Light, Quality Sweets of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside here at Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside. Starters being introduced. It's a new look for Brandon Perry's Johnson Royals club. A lot of illness, a lot of injuries for the Royals, and as such, they trot out Miles Long, Alex Ford, Orion Mashburn, Wesley Bohannon, and Parker Hahn. Miles Long, really the only regular in that unit. Alex Ford and Mashburn both have starting experience. And then the Eagles, their same five as usual. Bowens, Joe Hall, Luke Brennigan, Ren Dyer, and Bryant Thomas. Same starting five that the Eagles have utilized in every game this season. And for a sixth consecutive game, that is who Carson-Newman trots out. Navy blue road jerseys for Johnson. Gray numerals trimmed in white on the front and back of the jerseys. Eagles in the pristine home whites, white tops, white shorts, blue numerals trimmed in orange on the front and back of the uniforms with Carson-Newman written around the numbers on the front of the jerseys. It is Bryant Thomas with a solid 6 inches on Orion Mashburn to jump it up. The ball is in the air, and Thomas easily wins the tip, deflecting it back to Tyler Bowens, and the Eagles bring it from left to right to open up this contest. Ren Dyer has it right wing, feeds Bowens at the head of the key, chest pass over to Luke Brennigan left wing. Brennigan, backdoor lob, Dyer throws it down with 2 hands. An exclamation point to start. The alley-oop jam from Brennigan to Dyer brings Holt to its feet, 20 seconds in. Royals onto the offensive end. Right point for Alex Ford. 2 passes over to the left wing for Mashburn. Back up top, Hahn. Dribbles, right elbow, 15-footer, airballed it. Ground up in Wesley Bohannon's hands, and he just dumps it in off the glass. So Royals counter with 2. Eagles the other way. Brennigan, the drive, the layup with the right hand, right side. Won't fall, but he's fouled. And charge this to Wesley Bohannon, his first and the team's first. So 2 free throws here for Luke Brennigan. Brennigan gets a pair of free throws. And a chance to break this 2-2 tie. Brennigan floats up the first free throw and spins it home. Second free throw for Brennigan barely moves the strings. Eagles back on top by 2. 4-2 with 19-12 to play in the first half. A little 2-2-1 pressure out of Carson-Newman. Haven't seen this from the Eagles defensively this year. But Johnson breaks it across the timeline. Long into the front court, drives on Joe Hall, pulls up, tough shot, rattles home off the window. High difficulty for Miles Long, kisses it in off the glass. Eagles onto the offensive end. Joe Hall, head of the key for Thomas, over to Dyer left wing. Dyer stops, passes Bowens out of the key. Bowens moves inside, kick out Dyer left corner, fading, catch, 3, bottom! Ren Dyer from deep. 7-4, Eagles by a triple. Dyer has 5 of the Eagles' first 7 points, 18:26 to play in the first half. Royals bring it front court. Up top for Mashburn, dribbles down the left side of the lane, kicks it left corner, Long, steps right, hoists up his own triple, back of the 10, no good. Flick won't fall from Hahn, and then Dyer yanks in the rebound for the Eagles. Carson-Newman pushes front court. Joe Hall, left wing, stops at the free throw line, feeds a cutting Bowens to the cup. Bowens behind the defense, rolls it in off the window with the right hand. First points for Tyler Bowens, 9-4, Eagles up by 5. 17:54 to play, first half. Royals a turnover. Joe Hall scoops up a steal in the lane, gets it ahead to Thomas. Thomas running the lane, throws it down with 2 hands on the break. Bryant Thomas, the flush. Eagles up by 7 in the blink of an eye. 11-4, 17:40 to play first half. Royals with it front court. Right wing for Ford. Goes to the baseline, long drives underneath the basket, gets out head of the key, Hahn. Around to the right wing, a three, front of the 10, no good from Ford. Bowen's up to snare the rebound for the Eagles. Carson-Newman looking to extend a 7-0 burst on this possession. Brennigan, left wing, lobs Thomas, left of the lane. Backs down Bohannon, kicks out Joe Hall, right wing, pops three, rattles home. Eagles firing on all cylinders. They haven't missed a shot. Carson-Newman's on a 10-0 run, and they've got a double-digit lead. 14-4, 17 minutes to play first half. Eagles stay in their matchup zone. No shock there as the Royals go 3 around 2. Left wing, Hahn pulls up for a 3, missed it short front of the 10. Dyer scoops up his first rebound, and Eagles race front court. Dyer, a bounce pass pilfered by Long. Long in transition, down the right side of the lane, goes up. Dyer blocks it from behind. An offensive rebound by Mashburn. His follow-through won't fall. Dyer the board, and the Eagles reset. 10 straight points for Carson-Newman. Eagles get it onto the offensive end. Thomas head of the key. He hoists up a triple. Back of the 10, no good. First miss from Carson-Newman. The rebound ping-pongs off of Wesley Bohannon, off of Orion Mashburn's head, and out of bounds, and stays with Carson-Newman with 20 to shoot. Eagle fans, AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust and value you can depend on. Powering Mossy Creek. We are AEC, member-owned and service-driven. Eagles with the ball on the offensive end. Brennigan, right wing. 2 passes over to Dyer, left wing with 10 to shoot. Dyer feeds Thomas head of the key. Switch it, Joe Hall, right wing, 5 and 4. Joe Hall free throw line, stops, turns, shoots, 15. Silk from Monty Joe Hall. Timeout, Johnson. A 12-0 run for Carson-Newman. 15:59 to play in the first half. Eagles rolling up 16-4 on the Royals. We step aside for a break. Come back after these messages. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
15:58 to go in the first half. 16-4. Carson-Newman, an early 12-point lead on Johnson. Eagles have scored 12 straight. Johnson has not scored in 3 minutes. Here's a pull-up J right of the lane. That goes home from Orion Mashburn to stop the 12-0 burst. 10-point game, 16-6 Eagles. Carson-Newman onto the offensive end. High-low action from Brennigan. Poked out of bounds by Mashburn and out of bounds on the far sideline. Stays with Carson-Newman, 21 to shoot. Stanley checks into the game for the first time for Johnson. Eagles go to Zhao, right wing. Hits Beaker up top, feeds McElhaney inside. Draws a double team, kick out Brennigan, left corner. Wide open look at a 3 is short. McElhaney the offensive rebound. Eagles reset with 20 on the shot clock. Dyer, right corner, spins inside to the right block. Forces up a shot, off balance, off kilter. Eagles get the rebound. Feed Brennigan, left corner, 3 ball, dead eye. Luke Brennigan has 7, and Carson-Newman is up by 13, their biggest lead of the day. 19-6 with 14:58 to play first half. Royals the other way, left point 3, halfway down and out from Hahn. Dyer scoops up the rebound, and the Eagles push tempo left to right. Dyer, head of the key, swings it over to Brennigan, left wing, a bounce inside. Nope. Brennigan kept it, faked the bounce. Now he drives baseline, gets underneath the basket, whips it out Dyer, right wing, a 3 ball, bullseye! Brennigan drops his second dime. Dyer buries his second 3. He's got 8, and the Eagles surge ahead by 16, off of this 6-0 run. Either 6-0 or 18-2, depending on how you want to visualize it. Royals with it front court. Stanley down low, twisting in on Beaker. Gets it out into the right corner. Here's an off-balance two, off the mark from Miller. McElhaney the rebound, right block for the Eagles. Carson-Newman floats it left to right, 16-point lead in hand. Brennigan, right wing. Flip it into the right corner, tipped out of bounds by Mashburn, and it stays with Carson-Newman with 21 to shoot. Jacob McDonald and Wesley Bohannon are back into the game for Johnson, who is playing without the services of two key starters, Nick Clifton, Daniel Jackson. Combined average nearly 32 points per game, out with illnesses today. And Clifton is a monster. Had a 34-point game earlier this season and has a double-double every other contest for the Royals. So that's who Johnson is playing without today. Eagles taking advantage. They're up by 16, looking for more. Zhao wants a left wing three, off the mark, front of the 10. Long gobbles up the rebound over the sack logo, and the Royals race right to left with it. Long in transition, passes out, left wing for Stanley, stumbles, loose ball, middle of the lane. Grabbed by Stanley, a whistle and a timeout burned by Johnson. So it stays with the Royals after the timeout. Hey, Eagle fans, Domino's is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles, so when you're hungry, reach for Domino's. Get a large one-topping pie for $5.99 with your Carson-Newman ID. Domino's, it is the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Carson-Newman rocking and rolling, seeing shooting 67% from the field compared to 25% for Johnson. Eagles +3 on the glass and have assisted on 6 of 8 made baskets. Eagles locked in here in the early going against the Royals. Hey, Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals that the Lakeway region has to offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Brennigan, McElhaney, Zhao, Beaker, Dyer for Carson-Newman. Bohannon, Miller, Stanley, McDonald, and Long for the Royals. Long inbounds left baseline. Flicks it out to the left wing for Miller. And the Royals set up shop against the Eagles matchup zone. Left corner Long. Right hand dribbles, leaps and passes to the right wing for Miller. Drives inside on Beaker. Can't finish through contact. Beaker reaches up to rip down the rebound. Loses it to Stanley. And then Stanley has the easy uncontested bunny from the right block as a result of the turnover. That stops the Eagles' 6-0 run, makes it a 14-point game. 22-8, Carson-Newman, 13-12 to play in the first half. Eagles with it front court. Dyer skips it to Zhao, head of the key. Zhao, one dribble, feeds McElhaney left wing, back over to Dyer, left corner, catch three ball, no good off the back of the rim. Long tracks down the long rebound for the Royals on the left baseline, and Johnson works right to left with it. McDonald into the left corner, a loose ball, a strip. And Miller gathers it back in near the timeline. Gets it to McDonald in the left corner. He steps out of bounds. Ball back to Carson-Newman. Quality Suites of Morristown is the preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Located just 10 miles from campus, Quality Suites of Morristown is the perfect place to stay when you're traveling to watch the Eagles play. Call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rate. The discount only available when you call Quality Suites of Morristown at 423-585-4000. Eagle ball out of the break, little zone defense for the Royals. Carson-Newman bounces into Beaker. He mishandled it, and Stanley comes away with a steal for the Royals. Johnson flies up the floor, down by 14. Right wing for Stanley. Bounce it to the wing, left side McDonald. Short corner, left side Bohannon. Back out McDonald in the left corner. McDonald looking for room, finds Bohannon for a left wing three. It's off the mark, front of the 10. Dyer reached up to rip down the rebound, but Atkins took it away from him. Royals reset. Driving inside, Bohannon floats up a shot with the left hand. It's strong off the window, but he does draw a foul and charge this to whom? To Camden McElhaney, his first on the Eagles. Stanley, McDonald, Bradford, Adkins, and Bohannon on the floor for the short-handed Royals today. Down 4 starters. Wesley Bohannon at the line, misses the first free throw, rims it off front side. Just his third miss from the stripe on the season with a 75% shooter coming in. One more free throw for Bohannon to cut into this 14-point Eagle lead. Carson-Newman's been up by as many as 16 here in the early going after that 18-2 run. Bohannon calmly converts the freebie. And it's a 22-9 lead for Carson-Newman. Eagles have turned it over 3 times in the last 2.5 minutes and haven't scored as a result. Trying to break that streak here. Brennigan in the post. Hooks it out underhand to McElhaney in the left corner. Back to Brennigan, left corner. Fadeaway 3 on the way, and Brennigan cans it. Luke Brennigan already into double figures. He has 10. 25-9. Eagles match their biggest lead of the day at 16. 11:40 to play in the first half. Royals with it front court, looking for their first win of the season. McDonald, right elbow, pull up 15-footer, swirls it home. Jacob McDonald out of Nashville has his first made field goal of the season, and he pulls the Royals within 14. Eagles the other way. Brennigan, right wing, pops for 3, missed it badly off the backboard, nothing else. And the rebound snared by Stanley. Royals float up the floor. Right wing, a 3 from Bradford. Back of the tin, no good. McElhaney seizes the rebound over top of Bohannon. Lobs Dyer on the break. Dyer swirls it home off the window, off the alley-oop. Didn't get the jam clean, but McElhaney fed him nice and smooth. Eagles back on top by 16. 27-11, 10:55 to play first half. Royals front court. Backdoor cut for Stanley, right baseline. Kick out left corner. Bradford pump fakes a 3. Shuffles it off left wing. A triple. This one down for Atkins. Second made 3 of the season for Emmanuel Atkins, and he trims the deficit to 13. 27-14 with 10:37 to play in the first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Right baseline, skip it out, Dyer left wing, pump fakes the 3, drives baseline, flips it out, Brennigan right wing, open look from deep, front of the tin, no good. Beaker had his hands on it, pokes it out to Brennigan, drives inside of traffic, lost the handle on it going up, and Atkins out of the fray with the rebound for the blue-clad Royals as they bring it onto the offensive end. Left wing for Bradford. Pump fakes a 3, steps right, fires an open look, back of the tin, no good. Dyer rises up to rip down his 6th rebound. Eagles by 13 with the ball on the offensive end. Left corner, John Zhao, catch 3 ball, in and out, no good. Dyer an offensive rebound, twirls around, goes up, 2-hand, couldn't get the dunk to go, got his own board, feeds it cutting Beaker to the cup, Beaker lays it in with the left hand. Dyer missed the dunk attempt, got his own rebound, drops the dime for Beaker, and the Eagles are back up by 15. 29-14 with 9:40 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman back on the zone defense. Stanley right of the lane, chucks up a 10-footer fadeaway, won't go down, rebound out for Brennigan. Lob to Dyer, Dyer racing to the cup. This one he flushes home with the right hand. Dyer with authority on the break, he's got 12. And the Eagles get back in the zone up by 17. McDonald feeds a cutting Stanley, right to left across the face of goal, he lays it in. And Chuck Benson will burn a timeout. Frenetic pace to this one. Good, clean basketball. 9:12 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman leading big early. It's 31-16. Eagles over the Royals. And we're back to Holt after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
I get my power from my co-op so I can put my energy into my family.
Into waking up the neighborhood. Latte for Christine.
I get my power from the co-op so I can put my energy into planting seeds for a brighter future.
Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, power to your community, for your community, so your energy can go into the things that matter most to you.
My 69 Camaro.
Who powers you?
AEC, the right call for your energy needs. Let us help you score success.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
All right, back here courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you alongside, where Carson-Newman leads Johnson 31-16 with 9:12 to play in the first half. Carson-Newman with Tyler Bowens, Monty Joe Hall, Caleb Bridgewater, Bryant Thomas, and Jack Browder on the floor, while Johnson counters with Long, Atkins, Ford, Bohannon, and Mashburn. Eagle ball out of the break. Bridgewater has it left elbow, flips it Joe Hall right wing. Open look at a 3, knocks it down. Monty Joe Hall is a perfect 2 of 2 from deep. He's got 8 points. And Carson-Newman surges ahead by 18. Their biggest lead of the night with 8:45 to play in the first half. Royals with it front court. Long. Off to the left wing for Alex Ford. Shuffles it back left corner for Long. Long bounces left baseline for Bohannon. Backing down Thomas. Thomas poked it free. Loose ball left corner. Out of bounds. Stays with Johnson with 7 on the shot clock. So Johnson with 7 seconds to get off a shot. Trailing 34-16. Eagles have made 3 straight and are shooting 59% from the field. Bounce comes right wing for Ford. Ford gets it right corner. Catch 3. Rattles home from Emmanuel Atkins. Kid came in just 1 of 3 from beyond the arc on the season, but he's made 2 today. 34-18. Eagles leading. Carson-Newman front court. Bowens dishes Bridgewater left corner. Another catch 3. Nylon for Bridge. Bridge snapped the string so hard they were flung over the net. 37-18. Eagles by 19. 8:08 to play in the first half. Royals work it from right to left. Ford, head of the key. Switches it left wing for Mashburn. Pass into the high post, deflected up by Joe Hall, stolen by Browder. 3-on-2 break. Browder pulls up right wing. Triple. Cans it. Jack Browder from range. And Carson-Newman is up by 22 for the first time tonight. 40-18 with 7:40 to play first half. Royals front court. Bohannon going to work left block. Leans back. High arcing shot over Thomas. Finds the bottom of the barrel high off the window. 40-20. Eagles doubling up the Royals. 7:29 to play first half. Carson-Newman works it left to right, shooting 63% from the floor. High-low action. Thomas catches from Joe Hall. Dumps it in from the right side. Nice feed from Monty Joe Hall, his second assist. Bryant Thomas has 4 points. Royals the other way, left corner for Bohannon. Flips it out, head of the key, Mashburn. Drives on Joe Hall, cuts him off, and feeds it to Long left wing. 13 to shoot. Long twirls around and hits Mashburn, head of the key. Deep NBA range 3, barely grazes the rim. Bridgewater the rebound at the free throw line. Eagles hustle front court, moving left to right. Thomas at the head of the key. Dribble handoff, Joe Hall left wing, skip it to Browder, and into the right corner, Bridgewater. Open look from deep, in and out, no good. Bowens an offensive rebound at the free throw line. Second chance. Bowens driving to the cup, strong with the right hand off the window, nothing else. Long out of the fray with the rebound for the Royals. Johnson onto the offensive end. Left corner, Mashburn. Pump fakes the 3, drives the baseline, feathers up a shot with the left hand, left iron, no good. Joe Hall, the rebound and racing front court. Joe Hall, right corner, Browder, catch 3 ball. Yes, sir! Eagles raining them down from deep. Carson-Newman has canned 8 of 16 threes, and they're up by 25. 45-20 with 6:07 to play in the first half. Royals with it front court. Mashburn, free throw line. Dribbles, left block, shot up over Thomas. Got it to go with a roll. Mashburn with 4 points. 45-22. Eagles by 23, 5:50 to play. First half. Eagles with it front court. Thomas, left of the lane. Loops it out, Browder, left point. He wants another deep 3. Grazes front iron, no good. Bohannon the rebound, poked from behind by Bridgewater to Browder. Spins into the paint, ducks the shoulder on Bohannon. Right hand hook, won't fall, back iron. And Mashburn wraps up the rebound for the Royals. Johnson onto the offensive end. Mashburn, drop it off, middle of the lane. Bohannon lost the handle on it. Browder saves it into Bowens. Eagles race front court. Bowens pulls the Jets right wing. Overhead pass, Bridgewater left point. Bridgewater lost the handle on it, gets stripped by Mashburn. And Johnson will try to take advantage of the 6th Carson-Newman turnover. Trailing 45-22 with 5 minutes to play first half. Royals with it front court. Head of the key for Long. 2 passes out of bounds. And it stays with Johnson. Brings us to a break in the action. 4:53 to play in the first half. It's Carson-Newman 45 and Johnson 22. Eagles have canned 8 first half threes. And we're back to hold after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
.453 to play in the first half, 45-22. Carson-Newman leads Johnson by 23. And the Royals with the ball on their offensive end. Left wing, Jacob McDonald has it, goes to the head of the key for Hahn. 2 passes, right corner, Stanley. Stanley feeds McDonald with a bounce out of the key, 1 to shoot, left wing, 3 on the way. And Emmanuel Atkins cans it, his second make from range. 45-25, all square at 20 apiece. Eagles created separation with an 18-2 run. They've led by 20 for a while. Beaker, nice spin move. Gets to the basket left side and floats it home with the right hand over top of Stanley. 47-25, Eagles by 22. Royals with the ball on the offensive end. Pass into the paint for McDonald, pilfered by Beaker. Eagles roll left to right with it. Brennigan accelerating into the front court. It's a trailing Dyer left wing. Back to Brennigan, left corner. Catch 3 on the way. Front iron, no good. Atkins races down the rebound in the right corner. Johnson moves right to left with it in the navy blue, road jerseys. McDonald, right baseline. Floats it out into the right corner for Atkins. Shuffle it around the horn to the left wing for Miller. Back to the right point. Hahn heaves up a deep 3, and Hahn converts. 4th made triple of the half for Johnson, who came in averaging 30% from range. Makes it a 19-point game. 47-28, 3:23 to play first half. Eagles go high-low. A kick out, McElhaney, head of the key. 3, back of the rim, no good. McDonald, the rebound, right of the lane for Johnson. Royals with it front court. Hahn, right point. He fires up a 3, and Hahn connects. Johnson's made 4 straight shots. The Royals have cut it to 16. 47-31 with 3 minutes to play first half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Brennigan going to work inside of McDonald. Stripped him. Atkins takes away the basketball on the left side of the lane. Atkins in transition. Shuffle it off. Stanley, right wing 3, front of the 10, no good. Beaker, the board, left block. Gets it to Ren Dyer, who flows front court. Dyer, left wing, hard dribbles, passes to the head of the key to Beaker, dribble handoff, Nick Brennigan into the game for the first time this season. Over to Luke, left wing. Brennigan returning from a clavicle injury. He'll be available for limited minutes today. Dyer, right corner, catch 3 on the way, missed it, back of the 10. Atkins the rebound. Royals on a 6-0 run, but they turn it over. Beaker a steal, head of the key. Flips it over to Brennigan, left wing, drives the baseline, cut off by McDonald. Lost the handle on it, out of bounds, and it stays with Carson-Newman. 2:12 to play. .212 to play first half, and we come to our final first half break. 47-31, Carson-Newman leading by 16. 2:12 to play in the first half. Johnson scored 6 straight. Eagles haven't scored in 2 minutes. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
2:12 to play in the first half, 47-31. Carson-Newman leads Johnson University. And the Eagles have the ball out of the break. Luke Brennigan, left wing with the rock for Carson-Newman. Alley-oop lob, Dyer at the cup. Dyer finger rolls it home with the right hand. 5th assist for Luke Brennigan. Ren Dyer has 14 first-half points. Eagles by 18. Royals the other way. Hahn hits a deep three from the head of the key. And Johnson answers with another triple. Eagles the other way. Nick Brennigan, right corner, swirls home a three. 52-34. Carson-Newman by 18. 100 seconds left in the first half. Royals onto the offensive end. Hahn, left wing. Pushes it right point for C.J. Miller. Gets it down to the right baseline. Whistle, foul before the shot goes in. Charge it to Luke Brennigan. His first, team second. Been a good, clean game. That is just the third foul called in this contest. Johnson's made some shots from deep. Parker Hahn has hit 3 of 5 threes and leads all Royal scorers with 9 points. Came in averaging just 5 a night. 90 seconds to play first half. Eagles up by 18. Ben Beaker, a loose ball to the timeline, saves it into the backcourt, and Johnson will scoop it up behind the timeline. Beaker gets it, runs the middle of the lane, and throws it down with 2 hands. Hustle points aplenty for Ben Beaker. Lead back to 20 for Carson-Newman, 54-34. Royals the other way. Nice take by Mashburn, knifing the middle of the lane. And he rolls it home with the left hand at the cup. Plus a foul on Beaker. First on Beaker, third on the Eagles. Carson-Newman, 16 assists on 20 made baskets in the first half. Eagles rocking and rolling here against the Royals. And 1 free throws in for Mashburn. He's got 7 points. Johnson's shot the ball pretty well against the zone, 46% from the field and 5 of 14 from 3. Trailing 54-37 with a minute to play in the first half. Eagles front court. Brennigan, head of the key. Flips it over to Dyer, right wing. Dyer, overhead pass, McElhaney left point. Drop it off left corner. Nick Brennigan, catch 3 on the way. Brennigan, bang, bang! Brother to brother, Luke to Nick. Lead back to 20 for Carson-Newman. Royals onto the offensive end. Pull up Jay, middle of the lane. Long knocks it down with a runner. 4 points for Long, 57-39. Eagles by 18. 33 seconds left in the first half. Carson-Newman across the timeline. Luke Brennigan with the dribbles. Cuts into the paint. Hands off Beaker, middle of the lane. Back to the basket. Stops. Passes out McElhaney left wing. 6-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. Dyer left corner. He's held. Charge this to Long. His second. Team's second. And Carson-Newman can, for all intents and purposes, play for the final shot of the half. So the Eagles can play for the final shot of the period. 18.2 left. Leading 57-39. Brennigan, left wing with the ball on the perimeter against Hahn. Brennigan motions with his left hand as Hahn pressures him. 8 and 7. Brennigan right around a McElhaney screen to the right wing. Feeds Dyer, cutting right block. Dyer explodes and throws it down with 2 hands. An exclamation point slam to finish the half. And the first half ends the way it began, with a Ren Dyer jam. 16-8 for Dyer at the halftime break. Carson-Newman carries a 59-39 lead over the Royals into the half. Johnson, pretty good offensively, 47% from the field in spite of missing 4 starters. But Carson-Newman just crazy efficient, 59% from the field and 48% from the three. En route to the 20-point halftime edge here on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or a new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is ShopCNEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopCNEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopCNEagles.com.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopCNEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Robinson racing to the rim, and Thomas obliterates it out of bounds on the dunk attempt.
Now back to the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back at Holt Fieldhouse where Carson 59-39 lead over the Johnson Royals. Half marked by offense. Credit Johnson, down 4 starters today. You wouldn't know it from the Royals' offensive performance. 47% from the field and 5 of 14 from beyond the arc. They got hot from deep late, especially from Parker Hahn and Emmanuel Atkins. Those guys combined to knock down 5 threes on 5 of 7 shooting. And Johnson able to fire some punches. Eagles led by as many as 25. There's one big run, an 18-2 spurt for the Eagles over a 6-minute span. And Carson-Newman able to get separation that way, and the offense has just clicked. 59% from the field. Ren Dyer has 16 points. Luke Brennigan has 10. Monty Johal 8 in just 8 minutes. And then Ben Beeker, Jack Browder, and Nick Brennigan all with 6 points off the bench for Carson-Newman. Eagles have been really effective today offensively, including knocking down double-digit threes in a first half for a second time in 3 home games. Add in the fact 18 assists for Carson-Newman at the halftime break. A lot to like about what Carson-Newman did offensively, especially with how the Eagles got looks at the rim. 5 dunks in that first half for Carson-Newman. And the Eagles rocking and rolling as a result. We'll see if the defense can pick up a little bit after halftime. Credit Johnson, they made some tough shots. But Carson-Newman offensively has been a howitzer firing on repeat in this contest. Halftime at Holt, 59-39. Carson-Newman leads it over the Johnson Royals. We'll take you around the happenings in the South Atlantic Conference after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
The Eagle Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now, back to the arena.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand, where the Eagles lead Johnson University 59-39 at the halftime break. A big 18-2 run. The big separator for Carson-Newman in this contest. And they have been able to stiff arm the Royals with high-quality offense in this game. Not a lot of action here on a Monday night in a late November in the South Atlantic Conference. Newberry is playing Francis Marion right now, but we do not have a report from that game. Neither team has tweeted, and Francis Marion's live stats show that there is no game right now, so nothing to report from that contest. There was a game early today, 10 a.m., Emory and Henry playing in Guaynabo, Puerto Rico against Puerto Rico KE. And the Wasps, no trouble with Puerto Rico KE. E&H took the lead in its second game in as many days and led 39-28 at the halftime break before really pouring it on in the 100-56 win. 5 players scored in double figures, and the Wasps out-rebounded Puerto Rico K 45-17, had 24 second chance points compared to 3 for K Dar, the leading scorer for E&H, had 15 points and 5 rebounds, while Kevin Rodriguez had 14 points, 3 boards, and 2 assists. Jalen Leftwich had 12 and 6 to go along with 4 assists and 2 steals, while Brown and Christian Drummer each had 12 points for the Wasps. Part of a 2-0 weekend for Emory and Henry. They routed Caribbean Bayamon 95-69 on Sunday morning. So not a ton of action on the men's side in the South Atlantic Conference. There are 2 games final on the women's side, one involving Carson-Newman, battle of nationally ranked clubs. Catawba comes out victorious 63-58 in a non-conference matchup with Carson-Newman. Those two will meet later in the year. In South Atlantic Conference play, but Carson-Newman was on the cusp. They had it down to a 1-point game with about 4 minutes to play and couldn't get over the hump. And Catawba, despite not making a shot in the final period, holds on to win 63-58 over Carson-Newman. Anderson was on the road at Belmont Abbey today, and the Trojans pick up the win 63-61 over the Crusaders. Really good game. Teams were never separated by more than 2 points at a quarter break. And Anderson does enough to get the job done on the road by a final score of 63-61. Belmont Abbey made a tying jump shot with 16 seconds left from Riley James before Jalen Sperlin hit the game-winning bucket with 3 seconds left on a layup off of a feed from Nalia Wilson. So that's the summary of what's happening around the South Atlantic Conference today. Carson-Newman leading at the break over the Johnson University Royals 59-39. A win here today, and Carson-Newman matches its best start since 2018. See if the Eagles can get it done against the NAIA foe. Second half action heads your way when we get back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeaneagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeaneagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeaneagles.com today.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Goes top the key. Pull up 3 on the way. Got it. Charlie Clark dialing long distance with impunity.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
Just like no two people are the same, no 2 days are the same. We start them and end them at different times. And in between, we all do very different things. Yet there is something we all have in common. Knowing your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is here to power every moment of every day. Because no matter when it starts, we never stop.
Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek.
59-39, Carson-Newman leads it at the halftime break over the Johnson University Royals. Eagles shoot the ball exceptionally well, 59% from the field in the first half and 11 of 23. That's 48% from 3 and share the ball exceedingly well. 18 assists for Carson-Newman, 7 of them from Luke Brennigan. Before we get the second half started, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID here on the Eagles Sports Network. Adam Cavalier sitting courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Skip Roberts, our producer, back inside of network control, and our fantastic video crew, director Danny Wazorek, replay operator Ian Johnson, and our camera crew, Rick Gentahome, Matthew Corley, Burke Rothgeb, and Jay West. Adam Cavalier, just delighted to have you alongside on this Monday evening that sees Carson-Newman lead at 59-39 at the halftime break. Eagles trying to pick up the win over the NAIA foe and match their best start since 2018. Carson-Newman sends Bryant Thomas, Ren Dyer, Monty Joe Hall, Luke Brennigan, and Tyler Bowens onto the floor, while Johnson counters with Parker Hahn, Wesley Bohannon, Miles Long, Alex Ford, and Orion Mashburn. Johnson basketball out of the break, and the Royals move left to right with it out of halftime. Mashburn, right elbow, pull up Jay over top of Thomas. Can't get it to go off the back of the 10, but he does draw a foul. Got tapped on the elbow coming down, and Thomas picks up his first, and the first on the Eagles. That is just the 6th foul that has been called in what has been a cleanly played game. So 2 free throws for Orion at Mashburn, and he calmly buries the first. Mashburn, a frequent visitor to the charity stripe. 25 of 33 at the line now on the season. One more free throw for Mashburn. Second one, strokes that one. It's a 59-41 lead for the Eagles with 19:50 to play in the second half. Eagles have led by as many as 25 and have never trailed. Carson-Newman in the pristine home whites works it from right to left. Brennigan, left wing with the rock. Dribbles on Long in the left corner. Backs him down, now twirls it back out to the wing left side. 10 to shoot. Brennigan left around a Thomas screen. Cut off by Bohannon on the switch. 6 seconds left. Bowens drives, dishes. Brennigan left corner, wide open. 3-ball, airballed it. Thomas the offensive board, and he gets hooked with a second on the shot clock by Miles Long. Second on Long, first on the Royals. Thomas made a difficult shot anyway, so the shot clock violation would have happened. But the Eagles get a fresh 20 to try to score. Bowens left baseline, drives, dishes, deflected. Bohannon saves it in to the head of the key. Brennigan lobs. Bowens left block, pumps, leans up, hits it off the glass. Count it plus a foul. Bowens got the Royals to bite on the pump, and Bohannon charged with his second, the team's second. Tyler Bowens stretches the lead to 20 with his first points, and can make it a 21-point lead if he makes the free throw, and he does. 62-41, Eagles by 21, 19:08 to play in the second half. Royals work from left to right. Long loops a pass over to Hahn, left wing. Brennigan there with a high hand. Hahn, chest pass right side for Ford. Ford moves left around the Bohannon screen, stops in the keyhole, flips it out Long right wing. Long, a drive, cut off by Dyer, backs it out, 7 to shoot. Around the horn, Hahn left wing. Hahn thought about the step back 3, instead passes back right corner. Here's an open catch 3 from Long, and Long strokes it home. Miles Long makes his first triple. 62-44, Eagles by 18. 90 seconds gone in the second half. Eagles the other way. Dyer, nice feed for Thomas left side. Gets in with the right hand and feathers home the shot. 64-44, 18:20 to play second half. Royals get it front court. Pull up Jay, head of the key. 17-footer off the mark from Ford. Dyer has his 9th rebound on the right side of the lane. Dyer will work at front court. Dyer the head of the key, moves down the left side of the lane, feeds Thomas right block, twirls in on Bohannon, reverse layup, right hand. Thomas gets it to fall. Strong take from Bryant Thomas. He has 8. 66-44. Eagles lead, 17:50 to play in the second half. Royals onto the offensive end. Long in the right corner, cut off by Dyer. Long a bounce, Bohannon right block. Muscles his way in on Thomas, flicks up the shot. Thomas redirects it. Brennigan the board in the left corner. Eagles range from right to left with it. Dyer left wing, extra pass left corner. Joe Hall catch 3 ball. Bang, bang, Monty Joe Hall. Joe Hall, the third Eagle into double figures. He has 11. Royals the other way. Hahn hoists up a 3 from the right wing. Joe Hall rises above the trees to pull in the rebound. Eagles race front court. Dyer for Brennigan. Right corner 3 ball. Back iron no. Thomas an offensive board. Second chance. Off to Joe Hall. Drives inside on Bohannon. Uses the left hand. Can't get it to fall. And a whistle and a foul. Charge it to Wesley Bohannon. His third and the team's third. 69-44. Eagles in the middle of a 7-0 run. And they've matched their biggest lead of the day at 25. Monty Joe Hall gets a pair of free throws. Carson-Newman has come out in the second half and made 4 of its first 6 shots. First free throw goes in for Joe Hall. And Carson-Newman continuing to share the ball exceptionally well. 24 assists on 27 made baskets for the Eagles. 70-44. Eagles up by 26 for the first time tonight. One more free throw for Joe Hall, and he gets the charity roll. Monty Joe Hall is a perfect 4-4 from the field, 3 of 3 from deep, and 1 of 1 at the line. Now 2 of 2 at the line, and he has 13 points. Royals race front court. Left wing for Mashburn. Cuts into the paint, fades from the right elbow. High difficulty over Luke Brennigan, and he knocks it down from 15. Orion Mashburn, the first Royal into double figures. He has 11. It's a 71-46 lead for the Eagles. Royals onto the offensive end after an Eagle miss on the other side. On down the right side of the lane, feed, left block for Miller. Gets behind the defense and dumps it in off the glass. 71-48, Eagles by 23. 16:20 to play second half. A turnover. Brennigan a pass into the paint. Is scooped up by Hahn. Royals in transition. Zing a pass, right corner, long around to Ford, right wing. Ball movement, head of the key for Mashburn. Back to Ford, right wing. Fires up the 3 ball and strokes the strings. Alex Ford has his first points. Lead back to 20. Little 7-0 burst for the Royals to get it back down to a 20-point game. Eagles the other way. Bowen's cruising to the cup. Missed the first, follows his own shot, and sticks it in off the glass. 73-51, Eagles by 22. 15:40 to play second half. Royals move left to right with it, looking for a massive comeback to get their first win of the season. Right wing for Ford. Pump fakes a 3. Instead, around the horn it goes. Into the left corner. Hahn fires up a catch 3. Front of the 10, no good. Offensive board by Miller. Back out to Ford, right wing. Extra pass, Mashburn head of the key. Joe Hall cuts him off. Mashburn glides to the cup. Can't get it to fall over top of Thomas. Brennigan out of the fray with the rebound. Brennigan in transition. Dribbles out, hits Joe Hall right point. Joe Hall fires the triple. Front iron, no. Bowens follows through with a right-handed tap at the cup. 5 for Tyler Bowens. 75-51. Eagles by 24. 5 minutes gone in the second period. Royals with it front court. Left wing for Ford. Around the horn it goes. Mashburn right wing. A bounce into the low post for Miller. Miller lost the handle on it out of bounds, and it stays with Johnson. 14:47 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman in control. 75-51 on Johnson. We return to Holt Fieldhouse after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you show your support for Carson-Newman? Head over to shopseeingeagles.com right now, where they have all of your needs covered. From clothing to outfitting your tailgate party, whether you're hunting, fishing, or on the golf course, shopseeingeagles.com is the place for you. All of your everyday essentials, from pens to phone chargers, are in one place. For the best gear in the business, visit shopseeandeagles.com today.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
14:47 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman owns a 75-51 lead on Johnson from just outside of Knoxville. Reminder, Eagle fans, as we get close to Christmas, to check out Carson-Newman Athletics' official online store at shopseeandeagles.com. Features more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. Shopseeandeagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Ryan Mashburn, high difficulty leaner in the middle of the lane, knocks it down over top of Ben Beaker's outstretched right arm to cut the deficit to 22. Eagles onto the offensive end. Joe Hall, backdoor cut. Zhao flicks it over to Beaker left of the lane, and Beaker finishes with the left hand off the window. 8 points on a perfect 4-4 night for the field for Ben Beaker. Eagles up by 24. Royals the other way. Mashburn forces up a shot. Eagles get the rebound and race front court. Zhao, left baseline, drives, gets to the cup. Zhao finishes with the right hand for the left side. 79-53, Eagles by 26, 14:08 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman. Back on defense in the zone. Mashburn through the middle of the lane, leaps and passes, right wing for Long. Long two on the way, won't go down, rebound tipped out, head of the key. Shuffle it off. The left wing, there's a three, missed. Rebound loose, head of the key, Mashburn grabs it. Mashburn down the middle of the lane, reverse layup, whistles it in with the left hand. 79-55. Eagles by 24, 13:25 to play second half. Dyer, right corner. Right baseline drive, feeds Beaker, middle of the lane, draws a foul. Charge this to whom? To Miles Long, his third and the team's fourth. 79-55. And so Ben Beaker will head to the line. First free throw for Ben Beaker. Strokes it through, nothing but net. He's got 9 points. A bucket away from becoming a free throw away from becoming the fourth Eagle into double figures. Beaker lines it up. Back of the rim, no good. First miss from the field or the line for Ben Beaker today. Lead holds at 25 for Carson-Newman, 80-55 with 13:13 to play in the second half. Royals with it front court. Long, right elbow, floats it over to Miller, left wing, muscles his way into the paint, bowls over Monty Joe Hall, and gets called for the offensive foul. So Joe Hall draws the charge. And put the personal on C.J. Miller, his first, the team's fifth. 80-55, Eagles by 25. 13 minutes to play in the second half. Joe Hall accelerating into the front court. Backs it out. McElhaney head of the key. Feeds Dyer left corner. Dyer baseline drive. Cut off. Kick out Zhao right wing. Zhao accelerating to the cup. Takes it to the 10 and draws a foul. Firm take by John Zhao, and he draws a personal on Mashburn, his first, and the team's sixth. Well, Carson-Newman, fifth in the country in field goals attempted and made per game, but this has been a clean game. Not a lot of fouls called, and thus not a lot of free throws shot. These will be the 7th and 8th free throws of the game for Carson-Newman, and John Zhao calmly buries the first. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, McGaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit McGahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. McGaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Second free throw for Zhao is smooth as silk. 82-55, Eagles match their biggest lead of the game with 12:40 to play in the second half. Royals with it front court. Pass from Stanley is zipped down low and out of bounds. Last touch by Ren Dyer, and it stays with the Royals. Ren Dyer, by the way, 10th career double-double. Eagles 9-0 all-time when he has a double-double. On right point, fires up a three ball, rattles out, no good. Offensive rebound by Miller. He has that shot erased by Dyer. Loose ball headed my way, out of bounds. Last touched by the Royals. Ren Dyer, a rejection at the summit, his second block of the game. And the Eagles can establish a new largest lead on this possession. They've shot 62% after halftime. High-low action, Beaker, middle of the lane, turn, right hand, baby hook, got it with the feed from Monty Johal. Ben Beaker is the fourth Eagle into double figures. Carson-Newman has 24 assists now. Royals with it on the offensive end. Down inside goes Stanley, just chucked one up, but he draws a body bump from Ben Beaker and a foul. Second personal on Beaker, second team foul on Carson-Newman. So off goes Stanley to the line. First free throw on the way, and he calmly converts. Eagles with a line change. Dyer, Johal, McElhaney, Zhao, and Beaker all exit. You got Nick Brennigan, Jack Browder, Tyler Bowens, Josh Butts, and Caleb Bridgewater on the floor. Second free throw, rainbows home from Stanley. And it's an 84-57 lead for Carson-Newman. Carson-Newman front court. Brennigan drops it off Butts, middle of lane, turn, right hand, baby hook, won't go, back iron. Hahn rips down the rebound for the Royals. Johnson onto the offensive end. McDonald in the right corner, harassed by Bridgewater. Go into the high post for Miller. Kick out left wing for Atkins. Royals shuffle it around the park against the Eagles zone. Pull up for Hahn. Right wing, long two, front of the 10, nothing else. Bridgewater, the backside board left block. Bridgewater harassed by Stanley as he brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Nick Brennigan for a catch-three ball. Won't go down front iron. Stanley grabs the board left of the lane for the Royals. Johnson front court. Head of the key for Stanley. Get it to McDonald, left baseline. Pass into the post. Deflected. Browder the steal. Eagles take it away and bring it right to left. Brennigan into the front court. Chest pass, left corner. Caleb Bridgewater, catch three ball. Backboard, nothing else. Rebound tapped out for Bowens. Feed it inside Butts. Spin move left. Finish right off the window. Good for two. Josh Butts to his left with his right. Eagles match their biggest lead at 29. 86-57 with 10:44 to play in the second half. Royals front court, they turn it over. Butts the interception. Outlet it to Browder, running the lane. Browder to the cup, lays it home with the right hand. The feed from half court from Nick Brennigan. Eagles drop their 26th dime of the night. 88-57, Carson-Newman up by 31 with 10:24 to play in the second half. Royals onto the offensive end, just 33% shooting after halftime. Right corner for McDonald. McDonald muscles his way inside, flips out in the right corner for Atkins, pardon me. Fade away from the right baseline, won't go down for Miller, but a whistle and a foul. Charge this to Tyler Bowens. His first, the team's third, and we come to a break in the action. 10:09 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman, 88, and Johnson, 57. Eagles, 10:09 away from their best start since 2018. You're on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
10:09 to play in the second half. 88-57, Carson-Newman leads Johnson. Royals haven't hit a shot in 3.5 minutes. One of their last 7 from the field, while Carson-Newman continues to singe the nets to the tune of 59% shooting in this one. Eagles looking for a third consecutive game where they shoot 59% or better. First free throw for C.J. Miller is down through the cords. Guy who came in just 1 of 2 at the stripe on the season. Buries his first free throw attempt. One more free throw for C.J. Miller. 30-point game. Make it a 30-point game. He missed the second off to the right. Tyler Bowens rises up to pull down his 6th rebound, and the Eagles race front court. Bowens out of control down the right side of the lane, lost the handle on it, got back tapped by Ethan Bradford. And then Bowens touches it last out of bounds to the right baseline. Eagles turn it over for a 10th time. Royals roll it up the floor and bring it front court. Bradford, left wing, dribbles around to the head of the key, flicks it over to the right wing for Atkins. He pulls up for a triple. Front iron, no good. Bowens taps the rebound over to Nick Brennigan, left of the paint. Eagles push it right to left. Bridgewater for Browder, left corner, catch 3 ball. Bullseye for Jack Browder. Jack Browder into double figures. He has 11. And Browder with a double-digit scoring effort for the second time in his career. Eagles by 33. Royals the other way. A lob and a tap in left of the lane for C.J. Miller. 91-60. Carson-Newman by 31 with 9:17 to go in the second half. Stops a 4-minute field goal drought for the Royals. Eagles onto the offensive end. Butts goes to work, left block, turns, right hand, baby hook. Got it to fall over top of Miller. 93-60, Eagles by 33. 9 minutes to play second half. Royals with it front court. Left wing for Atkins. Atkins, chest pass Bradford, right point. Browder there with a high hand. Bounce into the paint, kicked by Browder. Shot clock will reset to 20. And the Royals will inbound from the hash mark right side. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, they are laser-focused on your success. Royals with the ball. Right short corner for Miller. He takes it to the cup, feathers up a shot with the left hand over Butts, outstretched right, and drops it through the nylon. 93-62. Eagles by 31. 8:27 to play second half. Carson-Newman front court. Butts right baseline, back to the basket. Feeds a cutting Bridgewater to the cup. Bridgewater lays it in with the right hand. 27 assists for Carson-Newman. Eagles up by 33, matching their biggest lead with 8:08 to play second half. Royals on to the offensive end. Bradford, left wing. Switches it back to the right wing, Long. Long cuts inside on Browder. Gets to the cup. His layup redirected by Butts. Browder out of the fray with the basketball. Feeds Bridgewater, cutting to the cup left side. And Bridgewater pushes it in with the right hand off the glass. 97-62. Eagles up by 35, their biggest lead of the day. Royals on to the offensive end. Head of the key for Atkins, left wing, Long three, front of the 10, no good. Bowens the board. Get it to Nick Brennigan, who walks as Long tried to set up for a charge, but Brennigan stumbles and gets called for the travel. 7:30 to play second half. Carson-Newman in control, 97-62. Eagles eyeing the century mark for a second time in 3 home games. When we come back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
.7:30 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman has a 97-62 lead on Johnson University. And the Royals have the ball out of the break. Carson-Newman has dominated this one thanks to torrid shooting, 61% from the field for the Eagles. Johnson out of the key. Atkins hoists up a three. He airballed it. And Bohannon reached up to grab the rebound, and he lands in front of the Carson-Newman student section to some jeers from the Mossy Creek Maniacs. Little basketball. They've made their last 6 shots. Nick Brennigan accelerating to the cup. Goes to the rim. Right hand. Can't finish. Left it strong off the front iron. And Ford out of the fray with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Long. Turns inside. Lays it up. Browder the rejection. Browder the board, and he pushes tempo front court. Pull up. Left point. 3 ball. Bang, bang. Jack Browder. 14 for Jack Browder. He's got a new career high. And the Eagles hit the century mark with their biggest lead of the day at 38. 100-62. Royals the other way. Ford heaves in a 3 from the left wing. 6:36 to play second half. 100-65. Eagles by 35. That stops a 7-0 Carson-Newman run. Eagles front court. High-low, Hodgic, left block. Can't get it to go through contact, but he draws a foul. Charge this to Johnson's Wesley Bohannon, his 4th, team 7th, so the Eagles shooting free throws the rest of the way. Hodgic. Bend to the knees. First free throw on the way. Left it strong off the back iron. And Johnson makes a pseudo line change. Miller, Mashburn, and Hahn all back into the game. Atkins, McDonald, and Bohannon exit. Second free throw for Hodgic. He calmly sinks it. 101-65. Eagles by 36 with 6:22 to play in the second half. First points for Ivan Hodgic. Royals with the ball on their offensive end. Ford out into the left corner from Mashburn. Drives inside, floats it up with the right hand, and got the charity roll. Backboard, front iron, and around to the right and through. Eagles push tempo front court. Brennigan driving to the rim. Can't get the layup to fall. Hodgic saves in the rebound. Gets it to Bridgewater left wing. Back to Hodgic. Left corner. 3. Rattles. No. Off the front iron. Miller scoops up the rebound for the Royals. Trailing by 34. They race left to right. Miller flips it over to Mashburn right wing. Drives inside. Got stripped by Hodgic. It trickles out of bounds to the right baseline and stays with Johnson. Tri-Light is your home team internet provider, providing Jeff City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilight.net. Royals go up top for Ford for a 3 from 25. Strong off the back iron. Rebound saved over to Hahn left wing. Hahn curls his way to the head of the key, accelerates down the right side of the lane, uses the right hand high off the window, and good for 2. Hahn with 11 points. 101-69. Eagles by 32. 5:20 to play second half. Eagles the other way. Left corner. Bridgewater. 3 ball. Right iron. No. Hahn the rebound. Hahn nearly walked as he brought it across the timeline. Instead gets it left wing for a Miller 3. Short front of the 10. Long rebound. Long. Forces up a shot with the left hand over top of Hodgich. That won't fall. Bridgewater the rebound. Outlets it to Nick Brennigan. Brennigan, right wing, no look pass. Bridgewater left wing. Bridgewater to the cup. Right hand can't connect, but he draws a foul. Free throws for Caleb Bridgewater. And charge the foul to Alex Ford, his first, the team's 8th. Carson-Newman has shot 58% from the field. And the Eagles have led wire to wire, and by as many as 38. First free throw goes in for Bridgewater. Nick Brennigan exits for Jarius Satterfield. We got Satterfield, McElhaney, Browder, Bridgewater, and Hodgich on the floor for Carson-Newman. Second free throw for Bridgewater. He goes 2 for 2 and has 9 points. 103-69, Eagles by 34. 4:50 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman has crested the century mark for a second time this season. So the Royals get it onto the offensive end. Mashburn leaping and passing at the free throw line, but he's reached in and fouled by Jarius Satterfield. First on Satterfield. Fourth on the Eagles. A career-high 14 points from Jack Browder. Rindire collects his 10th career double-double. Luke Brennigan won off his career high with 8 assists, and the Eagles with 28 dimes in this one. 20 on the shot clock for Johnson. Royals go to the right wing for Hahn. Crossover move on Browder. Pull up, right elbow. Jay short front of the 10. Satterfield rips away the rebound on the left side of the lane. And the Eagles bring it from right to left in the pristine home whites. Bridgewater, right wing. Accelerates on Mashburn. Lost him, and Mashburn going to get called for the block as he took a tumble to the surface. So 1-1 for Caleb Bridgewater as Mashburn is whistled for his second and the team's 9th. Carson-Newman has outscored Johnson 44-30 here in the second half, shooting 58% from the field for the game. First free throw for Caleb Bridgewater is good, and he is the 6th Eagle into double figures. And even Hodgich, Jarius Satterfield, and Camden McElhaney would have to catch fire in a big way down the stretch to become the 7th. Those three have a combined 1. That makes up the rest of the floor outside of Bridgewater and Browder. Bridge knocks down his second free throw. The lead is 36 for the Eagles. 105-69 with 4:13 to play second half. Mashburn catch 3 from the right corner. No good. Airballed it long, but he got hacked by Browder. First personal on Browder. 5th foul on the Eagles. And 3 free throws here for Orion Mashburn, who has carried the water for Brandon Perry's short-handed unit. 17 points for Mashburn. First free throw, knocks it down. Maryville native Mashburn, 6'3" guard, has had a quality game. 105-70, Eagles by 35. Stays 105-70 as Mashburn rolls it off to the right side. 105 points. The 194th 100-point game in Carson-Newman men's basketball history, and the 32nd under Chuck Benson. Third of 3 is good for Mashburn, and it's a 34-point lead for the Eagles. 105-71 with 4:08 to play in the second half. Eagles onto the offensive end. Satterfield lost it left wing, but he feeds Bridgewater cutting left block. Pass down low to Hodgich is deflected by Stanley, who picks up the steal. 12th Eagle turnover. Royals the other way. Stanley down the right side of the lane. Passes right corner for Atkins. Too tall for him and out of bounds, and that brings us to a break in the action. 3:53 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman dominating. 105-71. Eagles in line for a third consecutive 30-point win at home if they can hold here against the Royals on the Eagles Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
3:53 to play in the second half. Carson-Newman in control, 105-71 on Johnson. Eagles, 350 away from matching their best start in 5 years at 5-1 through the month of November. They've got the ball on the offensive end. Browder handling right wing. Goes up top to Hodgich against the Royals' zone defense. Browder, left point, pulls up three. Back iron, no. Off the screen. Stanley rises up to rip down the rebound, and the Royals get it front court. A three, left corner. Atkins blocked out of bounds by McElhaney. And it stays with the Royals. McElhaney, firm work. Trailing through on the break. Johnson will trigger in. Left wing, Bradford. Dump it off from Miller, left of the lane. Back out Bradford, left wing. He fires up a three, missed it off to the left. Browder the board, left side of the lane. Browder into the front court. Chest pass, right wing, Zhao. High-low action, Hodgich right block. Hodgich back to the basket, spin move right on Stanley. Dumps it in off the window for two. Ivan Hodgich stretches it back to a 36-point lead. 3:05 to play in the second half. Royals onto the offensive end. Miller twirls up a shot from the middle of the lane and rattles it home. Count the basket, plus the foul on Jarius Satterfield. His second and the team's sixth. And one free throw from Miller. Loops it up, rattles it home. Caught the front iron, rolled around to the right, skied into the air, and then dropped down through the hole. 107-74, Eagles by 33. 2:55 to play, second half. High-low action, Hodgich right block, lost the handle on it going up. Blocked out of bounds by Miller, and it stays with the Eagles. Carson-Newman, 29 assists, eyeing 30 dimes dropped for potentially the ninth time in program history. Satterfield head of the key, straight on three, knocked down for Jarius. 110-74, Eagles by 36. They've got those 30 assists. Royals the other way, a left wing three, off the mark from Bradford. McDonald tracks down the rebound. Back around it goes to Bradford, left wing. He's inside on Satterfield, lobs it off to the left wing for Atkins, back over to McDonald, right wing. No look pass, left wing for Miller. Miller glides inside, left the layup short. Zhao the rebound, a behind the back dribble, gets it into the front court. Zhao coasting to the cup, right hand can't get it to fall. Hodgins an offensive board. Kick out, extra pass, Satterfield, left corner, catch three, front iron no. Rebound loose, Hodgins grabs it. Right hand, baby hook, rolling, off to the right, no good. Stanley rises up to yank down the board. Royals onto the offensive end, trailing 110-74 with a minute 53 to play in the second half. Left corner, three ball, Bradford won't go down. Zhao had the rebound. Miller took it away from him. Stanley got it back. Browder one block. Stanley again lays it in from the right side. Good stick-to-itiveness from Jordan Stanley. 110-76. Eagles by 34. Satterfield goes racing down the left side of the lane. Our camera guy, Matt Corley, caught the loose ball, and it stays with Carson-Newman with 93 seconds left. Josh Butts back into the game in place of Ivan Hodgich for these final 93 seconds. Zhao to inbound. Looks left and lobs to Satterfield, left wing, back to Zhao in the left corner. Bounce to Butts, left block. Back to the basket. Knocks over his defender and gets called for the charge. Miller takes a tumble. Butts gets called for his first, the team's seventh. Player control foul, so no free throws. Carson-Newman with 110 points, a season high in that regard for the Eagles. Royals. Right point for Bradford. Chest pass into the right corner for a McDonald. Three, left it short, front iron. Butts the rebound on the right block. Eagles have scored 110 points for the first time in a game since January 19th, 2019, when they did so against Newberry. 60 seconds left on what will probably be Carson-Newman's final offensive possession. Satterfield dribbling on top of the jump circle, 9 seconds to shoot. 8 and 7, Satterfield gets the offense in motion. 5 and 4, slip it to Zhao at the cup. Zhao throws it down with 2 hands. And the Royals chuck it out of bounds on the inbounds pass. John Zhao, his first career dunk, gets it down off of the 31st assist of the day for Carson-Newman. Eagles 112, Johnson 76. 7-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Browder over to the right wing, gets it to Zhao between the rings. Zhao, left hand dribbles, 7 and 6. 5 and 4, Zhao just might take the shot clock violation, and that indeed is the case. So Carson-Newman will take the team turnover. Johnson will inbound, and the Royals will, in kind, dribble out the final seconds. Buzzer and ball game, utter domination for Carson-Newman over the NAIA Johnson Royals. Eagles put up 110 points for the first time since January of 2019, and the Eagles off to their best start since 2018 with a 112-76 win over the Johnson Royals. Eagles shoot better than 56% from the field, and they limit the Royals to 38% shooting while dishing out 31 assists, tied for the 6th most in a single game in school history. 9th 30-assist game in program history for Carson-Newman. Eagles on one here today against the Royals. They do the job to close the month of November at 5-1. Domino's post-game report is headed your way when we come back after these messages on the Eagle Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
What is it that makes you powerful? It's not only having a voice, but knowing that it's heard loud and clear. We understand knowledge can change your life, and that energy will continue to power it. And because you're part of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we're always listening. Because you're more than just a customer, you're a member. And what's more powerful than that?
AEC, bringing the winning game plan to your team.
Back at Holt Fieldhouse as Carson-Newman gets the win over the Johnson Royals, 112-76. Domino's postgame report starts in 2 minutes here on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Grab a slice. Our coverage of CN Hoops continues with the Domino's postgame report on the Eagle Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
The outlet to Nick Brennigan, racing to the rim, finger rolls it home with the right hand.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Chuck Benson, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagle. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier.
All right, back courtside at Holt Fieldhouse. Carson-Newman dominates Johnson by a final score of 112-76. Eagles were absolutely on one in dominating the Royals by a final score of 112-76. 3 straight home wins for Carson-Newman, all by at least 30 points and for a third consecutive game, regardless of where the game was being played. Eagles shoot better than 55% from the field. High-level offense in this one for Carson-Newman. Had a pretty frenetic pace of play to it. And so even though Johnson only shoots 38% from the field and 31% in the second half, the Royals do score 76 points, which is above board for what Carson-Newman typically allows defensively. A record book impacting game for Carson-Newman. The Eagles dish out 31 assists. That's the 9th 30-assist game in school history, and tied for the 6th most in a single game in school history. You add into the fact that the Eagles bury 14 threes. That goes down as the 15th most in a game in school history. And the Eagles just once more do the job, and do the job at a very high level against, yes, a lower division opponent, a team that was shorthanded. Johnson came out firing. The Royals landed some punches in the first half, but ultimately that 18-2 run that Carson-Newman went on, just a bit too much for Johnson to overcome. And the Eagles get the job done with a 112-76 win over the Royals. Very balanced effort for Carson-Newman offensively. Ren Dyer had 16 points to lead the Eagles in scoring. He had his 10th career double-double. And Carson-Newman remains unbeaten when Ren Dyer has a double-double, a perfect 10-0 all time. And by the way, he did also hand out 4 assists Luke Brennigan won off his career high for assists. He had 8 dimes on the day to go along with 4 boards and 10 points. He was one of 6 Eagles in double figures scoring. Jack Browder, 14 points off the bench in 16 minutes. 5 of 8 from the field and 4 of 6 from range to go along with a stat sheet stuffing line of 3 boards, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Ben Beeker, a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. He has a double-digit scoring effort for the Eagles. Caleb Bridgewater with double figures, 11 to be exact, off the bench. And Monty Johal, 13 points, 3 boards, and 4 assists to pave the way for Carson-Newman to pick up a 112-76 win over the Johnson Royals. This is the Domino's postgame report. Seated to my left, a man who was actively rooting for one of his children to win the half-court relay race. We won't say which one, but he was just actively rooting for one kid.
Yes.
Chuck Benson picks favorites between his children.
You always figure out what I'm guilty of. You figure it out every time.
We've been doing this for too long, Chuck.
For sure.
112-76, you beat Johnson. Another game with spectacular offensive efficiency.
Yeah.
3 straight home games where you score more than 90. You shoot better than 55% from the field for a 3rd straight game. What'd you see from your unit tonight?
I've got really no complaints offensively. How can you? I mean, 57 from the field, 42 from the 3, with 15 makes, 87 from the free throw line, 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Everybody is getting minutes. Nobody more than 22 minutes. 24. I mean, I can't say a lot about that. I was a little bit. Well, I challenged our guys. We really are. This year, I feel like we've been talking so much more about our standard of performance, and it's not about our opponent as much as what we're going to be doing and how we do it. And our guys responded to that. And I felt like the first half tonight, for whatever reason, we just weren't as zesty defensively. Now, that's not to take anything away from Johnson. They shot the ball very well. But I didn't think we did enough to impact their shot making or enough to make them uncomfortable. Despite the fact we very early on in the first half established a lead, you know. But I challenged our guys at halftime to do something about our defense, and clearly we the second half they shot 31% in the field, 18 from 3. You know, and our guys did that part, but you know, I mean, I'm very greedy. I want 40 minutes of perfection, and you know, we didn't get that. So, but we'll take a win every day of the week, Cav. And like you said, it was very efficient. And there's just a lot of guys, man, that make me go home at night and think, "Good gracious, what a good performance, and what a good player that kid's going to be." Unfortunately, we only have 200 minutes to split them up. So we've got quite the conundrum on our hands.
It truly is unreal, the balance that this team has displayed here in the early going, borne out in the 9th game all-time in men's basketball history with 30 assists, 6th most in a game with 31. And, again, another game this season where 6 guys scored double digits. Do you find any problems in having to coach through – I mean, a guy like Bryant Thomas, who is your reigning defensive player of the year, plays 13 minutes and still has 8 points, 2 blocks, and a couple boards, and having to manage that aspect of the game?
No, because right now we've got guys that really are enjoying what we collectively are experiencing, and we have guys that aren't caught up. And I mean this, man, and this is very unusual. We've got guys that, for the most part, really aren't caught up in themselves. They're very much caught up in each other's success and our collective team success. So, Bryant Thomas, you know, doesn't play a lot tonight, but Bryant knows he'll be a lot of nights he's going to be on there 30. Tonight he's on there 13, and he gets to watch some other guys that haven't been getting as many minutes get those opportunities, and he's fine with that. So this is a team, man. This is a team. This isn't about an individual, and our guys believe that and embrace that. And that's for me, man, I can't explain to you how that makes me feel, because that's the kind of guys you want to be around. It's the kind of kids you want to coach and deal with.
How terrifying of a prospect can that be for Carson-Newman men's basketball?
Well, I mean, you know, that's such a terrifying. What a word, Cav. How terrifying it is. That terrified me that you said that.
Good.
I'm
glad my word choice makes you quake in your little shoesies over there, Chuck.
But terrified, I don't know, man. I just I like the fact we have options, a lot of options. I've got to figure out how to manage that, but they make it sort of easy at this point. I just know that we sort of are built for a season. We're built for adversity, I think. And we honestly, man, what's more interesting to me is we have different combinations that I've not even put on the court, really, that I think could be unique and challenging for an opponent in their own way. And so we've sort of got those aces up our sleeve, so to speak. So, I mean, I'm just excited with where we are, and excited with what I'm seeing, and excited to get back at it at the end of the week.
Oh, it's tough to headline people because so many people stick out for what they did today.
I know.
I struggle with where do we go? Because I think you and I could sit here for a half an hour if we really broke down performance by performance. But Ren Dyer was explosive tonight. 16 points, 10 rebounds. His 10th career double-double. You remain unbeaten when he goes for at least 10 and 10. And 3 first-half dunks. I guess let's focus in on that one element of it. You started the game with an alley-oop jam, and we're throwing it down on the Royals all night long. How did that happen?
That goes to the staff, and specifically Coach Joe Larrivee. I've sort of given him the opportunity to craft a unique call for each game, and that was what he went with tonight, and it paid off. So I'm happy for our team. I'm happy for him that it worked like that. But like you said, like there were other plays, there were other moments, and Ren's explosiveness, and that was very much on display. And I mean, if you just clearly look at Ren, you'd be like, man, what a great night! 24 minutes, double-double, 4 assists, 2 blocks. but he's one of several. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Monty Joe Hall's one of Monty Joe Hall's besties, our own Trip Davis, is in the house tonight, and Monty gets excited to play in front of Trip. Ben 100% in the field with a dislocated thumb that happened in shoot-around today. Jack Junkyard Browder. I mean, 5 of 8, 4 of 6 in the 3 rebounds, 14 points, 2 assists, 4 steals, a block, maybe 2 blocks. I'm going to say maybe 2.
I thought he had a second one. I thought he had a second.
I don't even Caleb Bridgewater, quiet 12. I don't know, man. I'm impressed with my players. I'm impressed. So
you kind of touched on something. It's something that I don't know that I've seen from your teams offensively, even going back to probably your best offensive team, which would have been that 17-18 team.
Hold that thought.
Joe.
Speaking of Joe Larrivee.
What are we?
Pizza. Pizza. They got it? Yes. Perfect. I got to give them the signal. Whenever you give me this signal, this means pizza. So,
mid-season form, you interrupting an interview to say, "Where's the pizza?" We aren't even in Wise, Virginia for some Moondogs.
I'm warming up for that one. I'm saving for that.
Oh Lord, I don't even remember where I was going now. Offensively, doing things that I don't even think I saw your 17-18 team do. The number of times where you've moved the ball up the floor in transition, and the ball hasn't touched the ground. Yeah. Adam Eberhard is one of your assistants, is a passing cut connoisseur.
Yes.
A product of Bellarmine, who is known for never dribbling and always passing. But it's not Bellarmine. It's happening in transition. How? Is it just the chemistry of this team is so off the charts?
I think a willingness to follow the instructions of our staff, the trust and confidence they have in each other, and the joy that the true joy they get from watching each other succeed, man. I mean, offensively at the end of the day, what you're trying to find are good shots. That's really what you're trying to find, because you can get great shots and miss them, and you're trying to get good shots, and we know that when we get stops at a high rate like we do, that if we can push the ball and move the ball and share the ball, we have a better chance to get easy shots, and that's our guys are really motivated to do that, and I hope we stay with that.
Anything else to add, Chuck Benson?
Who won that race? See, I don't know. By the time I get home, they'll be in bed. I need to know. I'm already telling you right now, Cooper Benson is going to say that he won the race, whether he did or not.
Cooper blew a lead. He had the edge. Cooper and Jake Benson were the halftime entertainment for the men's game. You run the race where you put on the shorts, the shoes, the jersey top. Cooper had a article of clothing lead going into the jersey top. Could not get it on in time. Jake, the older brother, overtakes him at the end. And Jake, Jake, he's always going to finish at the cup. And Jake did. There was no second chance for Cooper to come through. He did make his layup on the first try, but he did it with his jersey cockeyed. His head was through the right arm sleeve.
We go through that every day. That's just a norm at our house.
So Jake won,
okay,
but it took a come from behind. I thought older brother was going to mop the floor, and Jake was behind for the first two articles of clothing.
Yeah, okay.
Overcame adversity. I mean, classic Benson stuff.
Glad to hear that. I'll find this out in the morning as I'm whipping up breakfast and prepping them for school. I'll find out this. I guarantee there's going to be multiple tales that come from this. There'll be Jake's version, Cooper's version, and they will be conflicting versions. But I'm relying on you to give me the true version of what happened and trust it.
All right, Chuck, go listen to some Christmas carols and eat you some of your kids' candy from whoever won tonight.
Thanks, Gav.
That is Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Domino's postgame report rolls on. Ren Dyer, Tyler Bowens headed your way when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Miss out on tonight's postgame interviews? Check cneagles.com for stats, recaps, and videos from tonight's games. We close out the Domino's postgame report in 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
All right, back on the Domino's postgame report as Carson-Newman prevails over Johnson University, 112-76. I'm Adam Cavalier, alongside our Food City player of the game and also the recipient of our AEC electrifying play of the game, Ren Dyer. It started From the jump, an alley-oop slam. One of 3 dunks for you in the first half. One of, I believe, 7 for the team today. What was it about attacking the rim with such ferocity that keyed the offensive attack today?
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly our mentality since after that Lees McCray game, we just been in attack mode and just going to the rim. That's something we can really key in on, and we try to do it tonight.
16 and 10 for you, 10th career double-double in, 24 minutes? What made tonight special for you?
Yeah, I mean, just doing my job, honestly. I'm not real worried about the points, but me and CB have talked, and just rebounding the ball, I think I got a really good knack for it, and, I really just try to lock in on that and, help my team out.
A stealthy 4 assists, part of a 31-assist night, 6th most in a single game in school history. How is this team able to share the ball so well, yourself included, across so many different guys?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you just look at us, and we got so many guys on here that can get the job done offensively, and it makes it so easy just to hit the open man. And, I remember I think a couple times in that game we just said, coming out of a huddle, just, trade good for great, and it definitely showed tonight.
6 guys finish in double figures. What's the team chemistry like for this unit? I guess it plays into the assists. So many guys are unselfish. So many guys are being crazy productive this season.
I mean, it really just goes to show who, we got dudes that can get the job done. Anybody, if they key in on somebody, our post, and our guards will get it done. And if they key in on our guards and they don't help the post, we'll give it to them and they'll go to work. I mean, we're so balanced. It's really dangerous.
All right, little break, 5 days off. I guess 5 days. Friday, December Friday game.
Right.
A very good Columbus State team comes into Holt. What do you have to do to improve upon what has been offensively a sensational 5-game stretch?
Yeah, I mean, our offense is we're not really worried about it. It's our defense. Even tonight, giving up 76 to them, we could have keyed in on it a little more. We just got to have a good week, and just get better.
Is it nice that you're talking about that degree of perfection? 76, but you hold Johnson to 38% shooting, 31 in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we got certain areas in the zone that we can really improve on, and it's going to make that 38% drop even more. We know how to do it. We just got to go out there and do it.
All right, Ren, thanks for the time. Congrats on career double-double number 10.
Thank you, Kev.
That is sophomore forward Ren Dyer, as Carson-Newman downs Johnson 112-76. Ren, the recipient of our AEC electrifying play of the game for his alley-oop jam on the first play of the game. AEC, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Make the right call for energy efficiency and score big savings today. Contact AEC, your trusted energy partner. AEC, powering the Carson-Newman Eagles, Mossy Creek, and your life. After all, you are not just a utility customer, you are also a co-op member. Rolling on the Domino's post-game report, Adam Cavalier alongside sophomore forward Tyler Bowens. Tyler, a quality 7.7 rebound night with a couple assists to boot as well. Break down the day, a night of unselfishness for Carson-Newman basketball with the 6th most assists in a game in school history.
Yeah, I mean, we came into the game trying to, find a lot of open shots and get what the defense was taking us. So, I mean, if you break it down, that's basically what we're trying to go for. We're going to take what the defense gives.
For you, it was a lot of offensive rebounds, 4 of them to be exact. I think you scored off of every one of them.
Yeah.
All 7 of your points, with the exception of the free throw, were on tip-ins. Break down the game around the rim for you to get seconds and thirds.
CB challenged me to beginning of the year, started off really strong. In the last couple games, I've had probably, I wouldn't say over 4 rebounds in a game. So CB challenged me and said, you go through something and you have a bad scoring day, let the offense come to you by rebounding, because rebound wins rings. So, I mean, CB. But I mean, that's pretty much that. I mean, if you rebound the ball well, it's going to lead to winning, a lot of winning.
The team finishes plus 12 on the glass. That has become the norm of double-digit rebounding margins. Is that an identity thing for this team at this point?
Yes, I think that's what we want to really tie our identity back to. You have Ren Dyer getting double-doubles every other night, and Bryant Thomas, I mean, just going for the boards, and Camden McElhaney. I mean, every guy on from that 3 through 4, they're going to crash. And, I mean, the more you crash, more offensive rebounds, the more shots you get in a possession. I mean, time in the possession, shooting the ball. I think CB was telling us if you shoot the ball the first time, I mean, it is whatever percent, and then the second time is 60, third time is 80. So, I mean, most of the time we're going back and trying to get better looks.
I think it's staggering that you shoot, 18 percentage points better than Johnson.
Yeah.
And yet you've got more second chance points than Johnson. Staggering what the tenacity of this team has created in that regard. How do you build on it? In an unreal 5-game win streak, you've hammered people on this stretch, and the one that you didn't, Clayton State, it took them making every shot over a 12-minute stretch to keep pace with you. How do you build on that with a really tough game looming Friday against Columbus State?
I mean, I just think going back and going to our same identity, trying to out-rebound people, because, I mean, a team that Queens went up and they told us my freshman year, the reason they lost was because we were out-rebounding them. And then last year, that's how they ended up. That was their key to beating us last year. So, I mean, I think this year, the thing is, we just need to rebound the crap out the ball. And once you do that, it's gonna annihilate any. I mean,
Well, there's the lead.
Yeah.
There's the lead. All right, Tyler Bowens, thanks for the time. Congrats on a 7.7 rebound day.
Yep, thank you.
That's sophomore forward Tyler Bowens. Final notes here on the Domino's postgame report before we go. Still no score from that Newberry-Francis Marion game. Nor LR Francis Marion on the road. So nothing to note from those contests. So the only other game that we can tell you about is Emory and Henry and Puerto Rico KE, which the Wasps win 100-56. We are back at it on Friday night at 6 p.m., 5:45 airtime here on the Eagle Sports Network when Carson-Newman takes on the Columbus State Cougars from inside of Holt Fieldhouse. For our entire crew tonight, Skip Roberts running the show back inside of network control, and our video production team, Ian Johnson, our replay operator, our director, Danny Wazork, and our fantastic camera crew, as always, Burke Rothgreb, Rick Gintahome, Matthew Corley, and everybody involved with our production. Thanks so much for joining us. Once again, the final score from Holt Fieldhouse. It is Carson-Newman 112 to Johnson 76. We'll talk to you on Friday when the Eagles take on Columbus State. Hope you're having a great pre-Christmas season. We'll talk to you on Friday. Have a great rest of your Monday night, everybody, and good night.
You've been listening to the Domino's Post-Game Report on the Eagle Sports Network. Today's game has been brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with Gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. The executive producer of the Eagle Sports Network is Matt Pope. Producers Adam Cavalier, Michael Watfrang, Ian Johnson, Andrew Drizzy Rogers, Caitlin Jones, and Danny Wizarek. I'm staff announcer Ernie Anderson. A special thanks to Carson-Newman and University President Dr. Charles A. Fowler. Stay tuned to these stations for information on our next presentation of Carson-Newman basketball. In the meantime, visit cneagles.com for recaps, highlights, and interviews from today's game.
This is the Eagle Sports Network.